Dear friends, today we would like to talk with us on that beautiful theme of taking responsibilities. In building the society together, it is expected that several members of the same society are expected to take responsibility for their actions for the overall well-being of the members of such a society. We are living witnesses to the reality of people in several fora shying away from taking responsibility for their actions. Starting from the home, the families, how are responsibilities shared among its members? In the workplaces, how do we go on with one another in the context of the various responsibilities assigned to individual members of such a society? Taking responsibility is a courageous action. It is also a deliberate action where persons are convinced about their place in the society, in the family, in the workplace, and the corresponding duties attached to those positions. There are no positions that have no responsibilities. People who occupy positions of honor, positions of authority, positions of service have also corresponding responsibilities for the people. And therefore, it is very important that each and every one of us examines oneself to see whether one is standing erect to one's responsibilities or one is engaged in the business of passing the buck. Passing the buck is that attitude of the mind where persons refuse to take responsibility and ownership of their actions, but would always like to either to blame the system or to blame the other person by themselves. It is passing the buck. It is blaming the other person. It is failing to take responsibility. It is failing to accept where one has erred or things like that. But for us to contribute to the well-being of one another, we must of necessity take responsibilities of our actions. When we take responsibility of our actions, then we are contributing to the well-being of others. Even when we have made mistakes in the process, it is not something strange that a human being makes mistakes in the process of carrying out his or her work. It is also a sign of strength of character and nobility of character indeed, to own up when one had erred. It is also a part of accepting ownership and accepting responsibilities. For us to progress and develop, we must accept our responsibilities and we must do all within our powers to ensure that we live up to our responsibilities. There is no gainsaying that a lot of expectations are made of us, especially when we are not able or we will not be able to carry out all the expectations, and we suffer under the burdens of such extensive expectations from members of our workforce, from members of our family, and other members of society. We don't need to be disencouraged by these diverse expectations of us. We are only expected to carry out to the best of our abilities what we are able to do at the material point in time. And that is enough. And so taking responsibility does not then mean accepting to do all that we're not able to do. It is simply doing what we're able to do and then standing ready to do that much. And when we're able to contribute what we are able to do, then we shall have done a lot for society. Shalom.